Destination Freedom. Listen. It's the Freedom Bell.
Aye, the Freedom Bell, my friends. And this is Paul Revere, called back from the shadows by the sound of the Freedom Bell to cry again a warning that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance.
Destination Freedom with Paul Revere is presented by station WMAQ in the interest of human freedom the world over. Paul Revere is a symbol of warning, ready to ride down the skies to shout an alarm. His destination, now and forever, freedom.
Aye, our destination is freedom, but there are other men who desire power so much that they're willing to enslave other men to achieve their sordid ambition. Do you know about the Golden Circle? An evil organization. The story of the Golden Circle is an old story, as old as time itself, with the same aims of all organizations founded in and dedicated to evil. Some men always try to dominate and rule other men, and so evil organizations germinate and grow. But men who want to be free fight back, and most often win. Listen, and I'll tell you how freedom-loving men defeated the evil aims of the Golden Circle. Picture the St. Louis of 1856. Picture the old-fashioned law office of one Paul Devereaux Boniface, close to the Planters Hotel, where he occupied a suite with his daughter, Adele. St. Louis was the hub of the nation, filled each morning with new faces, new boom promotion. And Adele Boniface was the toast of the town. Our story begins as Adele's father, a dry, sharp-faced man in his 50s, receives a young man named Forbes.
I asked you to come here this morning for a definite purpose, Mr. Forbes. For the past month, you've been quite friendly with me, or with my daughter.
Oh, I see. I suppose you want to know more about me.
I know plenty about you. You came here 6 months ago from New Orleans. You're of good family. You're a cotton broker and doing well at it.
Well, you have checked up on me.
Yes, and I know also that you spend much of your time consorting with rivermen, adventurers, and other dregs of society.
You seem very well acquainted with my affairs.
That's my business. You're said to belong to the Knights of the Golden Circle.
Are you a member?
Heaven forbid. If I knew the secrets of that society, I'd put it behind bars where it belongs.
You? Alone? Just how would you do that, Mr. Boniface?
That's also my business. Forbes, this country is filled with lawless men. From north and south, from the western frontier, from everywhere.
Yes?
Along this river could be raised an army of desperados that could storm the gates of the devil himself.
It's been raised already.
I intend to fight this secret society. It's a menace to the welfare of this country. A hideous menace.
You take it and yourself too seriously, perhaps. The Golden Circle, sir, is a military order aiming at the conquest of Mexico. No one knows just who belongs to it and who doesn't. You're newly arrived from the East, a Yankee.
Well?
Well, even an abolitionist should have sense enough to know he can't fight the Golden Circle without being picked up dead some morning.
As was your cousin, Lieutenant Anderson of the United States Army?
You'd better explain yourself, Mr. Boniface. Even to Adele, I've never mentioned my cousin. I think, sir, you know too much about me.
My business is one that demands an ability to investigate. Watching you and my daughter, Mr. Forbes, watching her face and yours when you were together, well, I investigated you.
Go on.
And I believe you're the man for my purpose.
For your purpose?
Yes. That's why I asked you here this morning. You see, I know that your cousin was a knight of the Golden Circle.
That's true. We'd been raised together as brothers. He was attracted by this secret society and joined. When he found that its aims and conduct conflicted with his duty, he abandoned it. He was found one morning with a bullet through his brain. That he was murdered by the Golden Circle, I have no proof, but I believe as much.
I know as much. He was murdered by that society.
How do you know?
That's my business. Proof I have none. But St. Louis is the headquarters of the Golden Circle. You're supposed to be a member. You're not. You've been probing and probing into the secrets of the order. Now I want your help in my fight against it.
I'm glad you've been so frank, sir. I'll be equally so. Yes, I've tried to run down my cousin's murderers, but I've failed. I've given up the thought of vengeance.
You can still more powerfully avenge it on this entire accursed society.
No, sir, you overestimate its strength. True, it spreads terror in limited ways. Murder and robbery are laid to it on all sides, and it obtains members among rascals of the worst type. But its true aim, sir, is the conquest of Mexico, which doesn't interest me. I know, because I posed as a member of the society and attended its meetings.
Good heavens. You can say such a thing.
That's nothing. I have my cousin's papers. He instructed me in the grips, passwords, and so forth, all the hocus-pocus of the order.
You mistake me. You say its true aim doesn't interest you. Forbes, you amaze me. Do you know what this aim of the conquest of Mexico means?
A mere filibustering expedition.
Which will plunge our country into war and ruin. An army of thousands of men invading Mexico and aided by certain Mexican factions, backed in part by some of our own eastern financiers, aiming to set up an empire and plunder that wretched country wholesale.
You are concerned, sir, aren't you?
Listen. An army leaving the United States, armed and equipped with federal rifles and artillery to rob a neighbor nation. An army comprising the worst elements of our people and also some of the best. Can't you see what will happen? Our government shamed and disgraced, our flag dishonored, our people disrupted and fighting each other. Our government must try to suppress this raid, which means that rebellion and revolution will break out here. Not to mention what European nations may choose to do about it.
Why do you say the Golden Circle will have federal arms?
St. Louis is their headquarters. The head of the order, a pompous, fatuous schemer named Bickley, has just arrived here. One of the largest federal arsenals in the country is here. Matters are coming to a crisis. You get the connection?
Why do you hate the Golden Circle? What has it ever done to you, Boniface?
That's my business. I want this General Bickley in prison.
Have you any proof of what you say?
Plenty, but none that will cause federal action. That's what I need and must have. I want you to get it for me. Now, have I shown you any incentive, any real purpose, any higher way of avenging your cousin's murder?
Before heaven, sir, you have. And I'll get the sort of proof you want before tomorrow night.
How?
That's my business, as you're so fond of saying. Now, sir, you've told me something, I'll tell you something. I've known a crisis was approaching, that some tremendous event was expected. I regarded it lightly until this talk with you. I've learned a lot floating around dram shops and river dives.
And?
An important meeting of the Golden Circle leaders takes place tomorrow. I even know where they meet. Great things are supposed to hinge on it. Well, sir, I'm going to attend this meeting.
Good. Good lad.
I'll get evidence if it's to be had. Not that it'll do any good. The Circle has tremendous political influence.
Treason can't be condoned by political influence. But what help can I give? Suppose you tell me everything you know.
I was raised to tote my own load, thanks.
Come in. Oh, it's you, Mose.
This Boniface, a gentleman out here won't give no name. He just say he feel like a mighty small frog in an almighty big puddle.
That'll be Abe Lincoln, one of the smartest politicians in Illinois. I want you to meet him.
Yes, sir, but later, if you please. Now I must be off about this other matter.
Yes. Well, good luck to you, Forbes. All the luck in the world.
Thank you, sir. I never dreamed you cherished such animosity toward that society. You never mentioned it before.
No.
But now, by heaven, I'll get you the evidence you want, no matter what you do with it. And no time to waste, either.
That's the man.
First, I'm going to check on whether a certain packet named the Brilliant's arriving tomorrow. And then I'm going to your very charming daughter, Adele.
Well, good luck there, too, my boy. But I really don't think you need it. I think you hold Adele's heart in the hollow of your hand.
I hope so, sir. I hope so.
Randy, you're just in time.
Hello, Adele.
Mr. Forbes, I want you to meet General Bickley. Or should I say Dr. Bickley, or just Mr. Bickley?
It's immaterial, Miss Adele. As late editor of the American Cavalier, late professor of materia medica in the Cincinnati College, and eke of medical jurisprudence in the Ohio Law School, the appellation of doctor might best become me, since military titles lie far within the deep bosom of the horizon, in the words of the immortal bard.
Nonsense, sir. I want to shake your hand, General Bickley. Why, sir, I've heard tremendous things of you. I understand that Mexico is trembling at your very name.
Randy.
Why, sir, this is gratifying, highly gratifying. I perceive you're one of us, but I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you until now.
I joined the society in New Orleans, sir. Since coming here to St. Louis, I've been intensely absorbed in my own business affairs, getting them on a secure foot. Now I hope to throw myself into the great cause in earnest. In fact, sir, I've been anxiously hoping to meet you.
And high time. Come, you must join us. Miss Boniface, with whose worthy father I'm acquainted, has kindly offered to take me for a drive. I trust, Miss Adele, it's not an impertinence to request the company of Mr. Forbes. He's a member of the society in which I hope to enlist your father.
How about it, Adele?
I shall be delighted to have Mr. Forbes join us. Come, gentlemen. The carriage is waiting.
The present distracted condition of Mexico is deplorable. Certain factions there will welcome a determined, practical, able body of men versed in finance and government. The rewards will be vast, and I may say success is assured.
But, General Bickley, would our government allow such an expedition?
Their consent is quite immaterial. We have the support of powerful Eastern interests. I'm exceedingly happy to have won the interest of your father, Miss Adele. He strikes me as a most able citizen. He should occupy one of our higher offices, some of which are still awaiting the right men.
Oh, it's wonderful. But, General, it would need a whole army, wouldn't it?
My dear young lady, the Golden Circle can, within 3 days, have 8,000 men ready to depart for Mexico in regular military formation. And at Veracruz, 30,000 Mexicans wait to join our standards.
Oh, that's marvelous. It really is.
Well, here's my hotel. I'll beg you to excuse me, Miss Adele.
Why, certainly. Driver, stop here.
Yes, miss.
Mr. Forbes, you had something to say to me.
I would like to see you in private later, sir. I have something of the highest importance to impart to you, General.
This evening, Mr. Forbes. 8 o'clock at my rooms here at the Choctaw House, if that suits your convenience.
Perfectly, sir.
Very well. I'll expect you.
Good day, General Bickley. Driver, back to the Planters Hotel immediately.
Yes, miss. Right away.
So, Adele, you're aiding and abetting your father's private war, eh?
Well, what are you talking about, Randy?
Never mind any pretenses, Adele. Don't you know I had a frank talk with your father this morning?
I haven't seen him. He's been very busy. Randy,
Yes, darling.
you're not really a member of that society?
Why, of course not, dear. Of course not.
Oh, how relieved that makes me feel.
But I will have to ask you to break our engagement for this evening.
All right, if you wish it. But, Randy, what a shock you've given me.
Shock?
Yes. How you made Bickley think you belonged to the order, I don't know. But please don't take any risk.
Not a chance. Now I can see why you've been stirring my jealousy of late by your talks with various gentlemen. But why? Your father wouldn't say why he has such animus against the Golden Circle. Has it done him some injury?
I can't tell you that. Ask him. Yes, I have tried to get information about the society, but I've gained nothing definite.
Well, I'll supply that lack in short order. Family plot. The 3 of us against the 8,000 Knights of the Golden Circle, eh? Sounds like a fairy tale. Well, here we are. May I come in?
No, my dear, please don't. I'm upset by finding you in this. I beg you, if you love me, take no risks. You know how dangerous all is.
There's not an atom of peril, I assure you. Here, let me help you down from the carriage.
Thank you, my dear.
No, don't take your hand away.
Why, Randy?
Behold, I salute it with my lips.
Randy.
The minute you get to your room, kiss that spot and think of me.
With all my heart, Randy. With all my heart. But be careful tonight when you meet General Bickley.
Hand off Forbes, General Bickley.
Oh, Forbes, you're very prompt. Well, it's just 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Well, come in, sir. Come in.
Thank you.
There are cigars on the table there.
Ah, Havana's my brand.
Good, good.
General Bickley, I'll come straight to the point.
Yes?
Some downriver planters have deposited funds with me for investment. Large funds. Could the Golden Circle use $500,000 in cash?
Why, Mr. Forbes?
General Forbes. Wait, sir. I'm conversant with military affairs. I flatter myself that I have a flair. Further, I understand that many vast concessions are to be had in Mexico.
Ah, yes.
Certain high offices in the society, as you stated today, are vacant. I trust, sir, you get the drift of my remarks?
I'm indeed glad to have your mind on this subject. I confess that you astonish me. Concessions? Yes. Oh, yes, it gratifies me to find you so loyal, so devoted to our order. Did I understand you to say $500,000?
Yes, in cash. You, as Commander-in-Chief of the Knights of the Golden Circle, are, of course, the proper depository, and yet I must consider my duty toward my client.
Yes, yes.
I'm aware that an important meeting of the Golden Circle generals occurs tomorrow.
The Supreme Council, sir. The generals of division, 5 of us in all.
I want to be present at that meeting and obtain an authoritative reply to my offer. I want the rank of general, a definite command assigned to me, and a definite concession in Mexico. You understand, I must have clean hands. I must be protected if my clients make unexpected inquiries regarding their investment funds.
Oh, most certainly. Have you, some particular concession in mind? Lands, perhaps?
Yes. For example, the gold and silver mines of San Luis Potosi are famous for their wealth. A share, perhaps, in some such enterprise?
Excellent, excellent. Suppose I offer you 10% of the stock in my company that controls not only those mines, but a mining monopoly.
Done with you. A very generous officer. Let's give our grip on it, shall we?
Of course. Ah, you are one of us. Yes, of the inner circle. Now, if you like, it'll give me great pleasure to issue your appointment as General of the Brigade here and now. This is Friday. Are you aware that we plan concerted action for Sunday week?
I've heard rumors.
You're prepared to join definitely in such action?
Of course, sir. I'm putting in services as well as money, I trust.
Excellent. Do you know General Smith, commander of the St. Louis Division?
No. I've attended 1 or 2 local meetings, no more.
You'll meet Smith tomorrow on board the Packet Brilliant at 3 tomorrow afternoon.
You're most kind, General Bickley. Now, I should say, as regarding the transfer of funds, that as tomorrow is Saturday, this can take place Monday morning at the bank. A mere signing over of a check, of course.
Admirable. And here's your commission. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Oh, one thing more. You're acquainted with Miss Boniface and her father?
Yes, slightly.
He seems to me valuable. Now, has he ever indicated any interest in the Golden Circle?
I think he can be approached, yes.
Good. Tomorrow night I go to his office to see a man from Illinois. Perhaps I can see Mr. Boniface after.
Why not? But who is the gentleman from Illinois?
A man named Lincoln. It's my sincere hope that he'll consent to act as the supreme head of our Mexican state. Well, you've heard of Mr. Lincoln?
I passed him today as I left Boniface's office. That gangling politician, you speak of him so highly, he looks very insignificant.
Correct, sir. But appearances are deceptive. I've followed his career very closely. I believe him to be one of the most remarkable men in politics. However, we'll see. Now our interview is ended, I believe?
Yes. Yes, sir. I'll see you tomorrow, then.
At 3 in the afternoon on the second deck of the Packet Brilliant.
Until then.
Gentlemen, allow me to present General Forbes. General Forbes, I greet you in the name of the Supreme Council and tender you the gratitude and approval of our society. Our tentative proposals have been approved, and it's my pleasure to offer you a seat of honor at this meeting.
Thank you.
I take it, General Forbes, that you're for direct action.
And no abolitionist, correct, sir?
Then I propose giving you charge of a portion of the operations for Sunday week.
I second that, General Smith.
We have here the signed and sealed orders to all generals of the brigade covering the various operations. The isolation of the city by seizure of the wires and railroads, the taking over of every waterfront craft and packet, the occupation of the arsenal, and so forth. We shall have 3,000 men available. Do you have any preferences as to operation?
I have, as it happens. I prefer the arsenal. There should be the post of honor.
Gentlemen, I told you General Forbes was the man for us. And with your approval, General Smith, I propose that he be given the post of honor.
Here's the commission, General Forbes, with my congratulations. I had intended the post for myself, but I yield to you gladly. You'll find every detail covered, the meeting place, the general orders, the particular duties of the regimental commanders under you. This will serve as your authority. 500 men have been allotted to the seizure of the arsenal. Amply sufficient, we believe.
I trust so. Allow me to satisfy myself on one point.
Yes?
With the seizure set for Sunday, there should be little and no resistance. But if there should be resistance, I don't see this as any child's game. If I order my men to shoot, to kill...
You may trust them to obey, sir. That point is well covered in your oath to the society and theirs. There are contingencies in mortal affairs when a few men must die for the general good. This point has arisen more than once in the history of the Golden Circle.
Yes, we've had to execute 4 men in the past 6 months in Memphis alone. By heaven, it's time we got to action before treason can break out of too many places. The government's getting curious, too.
We may dismiss government curiosity as a menace. You gentlemen are responsible for events here and downriver. I leave Monday afternoon for New Orleans. Every ship in the port of New Orleans will be in our hands a week from Sunday. The wires will be seized or cut at all other river points. I give you 4 days at the outside to load arms, artillery, and men, here and at the points downriver, and to reach New Orleans. The entire army will be away from New Orleans and probably landed in Mexico before the government can take the least action.
What about the warships at New Orleans?
None are there now. None are within reach of the place. And my friends in Washington inform me that no warships will be ordered to New Orleans until we are well away. I trust you're satisfied, gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely.
And tonight, gentlemen, in Boniface's office, I lay our proposition before Mr. Lincoln of Illinois. I have watched your career, Mr. Lincoln, in the way you do things. I know your own opinions. I agree with you that the abolition movement is a menace to the peace of this country.
Now, hold on, General. I'm like the fellow who got chased up a tree by one bear only to find another bear roosting in the crotch. I don't hold with abolition, but I don't hold with slavery either. There should be some middle ground. Trouble seems there ain't.
The one purpose of our society, Mr. Lincoln, is to provide that middle ground. It's not generally known, but I'm only too glad to impart it to you.
I'm not joining your golden circle, if that's what you're after.
I have no intention of asking you to join. I'd sooner you didn't.
Yes? Well, what is your middle ground, General?
The Golden Circle, Mr. Lincoln, will form an empire in Mexico. That is already assured by our force, our contacts, our organization, and our plans. We shall free the oppressed people there. We shall bring over from our own southern states all the slaves, buying them an open market, and then freeing them on contract labor terms, giving them land and a future in Mexico. By our influence, we'll cause those whom we cannot buy to be freed of their masters here. Believe me, this is feasible. It's been carefully worked out.
You talk like the man who allowed his horse could go faster than the steam cars, providing he had the right horse. No, General. I'll make a prophecy. Before our American slaves go free, I'm telling you that the Tsar of all the Russias will free his serfs. The thought of abolition terrifies me, but it must come true. The southern states must be forced, not persuaded.
So, Mr. Lincoln, you're a prophet. Second Elijah.
Well, I'm not bald like him anyhow. Now, you wanted to make me a proposition, General. What is it?
1 month from now, sir, Mexico will be in the hands of the Golden Circle. That's a certainty. We shall erect there a state founded upon a new aristocracy, an empire, in short. To head this state, we require a man of broad vision, allied to no one party, who will command general respect and admiration. We have found such a man. I have the honor to offer him the throne of this Mexican empire. The fact that he's not one of our members is a distinct advantage.
You mean me, sir?
I do.
But you can't be serious. You can't mean that...
Listen to me, sir. No better man can be found for the position. Your opportunity to effect great things in the world will be unequaled. We have promised such a man to the Mexican leaders who will welcome us. A man who can unite all factions. A man so strong of will.
You call it an honor to offer me this crack-brained throne? I could put a better name to it. Aristocracy? The good Lord save the mark. The word democracy has a better taste on American lips. Empires, thrones. You slaver fine words and resounding phrases and slink like a polecat in a woodpile to get your paws on riches. I'm aware of your aims, sir. I'm aware of your schemes, your treason, your murderous ways. The society of which you're the head and founder is a disgrace to this free country. Be connected with you? Sir, I'd see you and your traitorous society sunk to the lowest depths of the universe before I'd even look at you.
Why, you...
Put up your hands, Dr. Bickley, or this gun might go off.
Why, Boniface.
Yes, good evening. Dr. Bickley, it is my duty and pleasure to arrest you on a charge of treason.
By what right?
I, sir, am an agent of the federal government. I have guards in a carriage outside, and I order you to come with me. Well, Bickley's behind bars, Forbes. Thanks to you and Mr. Lincoln.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity of avenging my cousin.
Not at all. And please accept my heartiest congratulations. I'm proud, sir, proud that you and Adele are to be married. But I'm also afraid, Forbes. You know what this means. You'll have to offer testimony against these men. And from that day, your life won't be worth a cent.
Nonsense, Boniface. This rascally crew will never dare to hold up their heads again. With their leaders in prison, the whole thing will fall to pieces like a house of cards. You'll see, sir. You'll see.
My stories are about freedom, and I've shaken loose the dust of time to ride the wind across the land telling my stories. The Golden Circle was defeated by a small group of men who respected the dignity of man and the laws of their own government. So must all men treasure freedom, for themselves and for others, and as one man or in a group, live, fight, and even die for it, if freedom is to survive. Listen to my stories. Heed my warning. Make your destination freedom.
Paul Revere, portrayed by Maurice Copeland, will return next Sunday to narrate another chapter in the story we call Destination Freedom, presented by station WMAQ in the interest of human freedom the world over. Today's script was written by Bill Hodep and produced under the direction of John Cowan. Charles Flynn played Forbes, and Donald Gallagher was Bickley. Others in the cast were Sandra Gare, Ken Griffin, and Jess Pugh. The special music was composed by Emil Soderstrom and played by Helen Morton and Jose Betancourt. Our engineer was George Wilson, sound effects by Cliff Mueller. Now this is Hugh Downs reminding you that the sound of the Freedom Bell is your invitation to follow Paul Revere along the road to Destination Freedom. This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.